Question number 14 is related to deck of cards. The question is, one card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. Find the probability of getting. Then 6 different questions are there. So we will try to understand about the deck of cards. In the deck of cards, there are total 52 cards. There are total 13 suits that are called packs. 4 cards of each type are there in one suit. So 13 fours are 52 we have in total. Now which 4 types are there? First one is spade, then we have clubs, then we have diamonds, then we have hearts. Hope it is visible properly in the video. This is called spade, this is called club, this is called diamond, this is called heart. Clear? So in each suit there will be one card each. Clear? Now that deck of card is divided into two type of cards, that are number cards and face cards. So number card starts from 1, that is ace, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clear? So these are all number cards. Then jack, queen and king, they are face cards. Clear? Now let us see what is the question all about. So the first question is a king of red color. So first will be probability of king of red color. Now take care that out of 4 types, 2 are red and 2 are black. Clear? So king of red color. In total we have 4 kings. Out of that, how many kings are of red color? There are only 2. Right? Favorable outcome upon total outcomes, right? That will be just like total king card of red color upon total number of cards. So in both the way we can write the formula. This is our first solution, so that is why I am writing both the formulas. If you don't want to make your own formula, you can write this common formula, favorable outcome upon total outcome. So only for first question I will be writing the formula. Then in the next 5 different questions we will go for shortcut. Now total king card of red color, we only have 2, that are king of diamond and king of heart. Total number of card is 52, right? Now this is also your correct answer. If you want to cancel it out, it may be 1 upon 26. So this is the answer. Moving on to the second question. Second is a face card. Very easy, probability of face card. Clear? So how many face cards are there? Total face cards upon total number of cards. So total face card we have 12. That 12, 4 of jack, 4 of queen, 4 of king. So 4 plus 4 plus 4, 4 is a 12 upon 52. Right? You can cancel it out also by the table of 4 and you may get the answer as 3 upon 13. So this is about the question number 2. Moving on to the question number 3. Question 3 is a red face card. So first of all, let us find out how many red face cards are there. How many total face cards are there? 4 of jack, 4 of queen, 4 of king. Right? Out of that, 2 in each suit will be red face cards. So 2 jack plus 2 queen plus 2 king. In total we have 6 face cards. Clear? So probability of red face card is favorable outcome. This we have to repeat for every question. Total outcomes. So 6 upon 52 will be our answer. You can cancel this as from the table of 2, 2 3s are 6 and 2 26 are 52. So 3 by 26. Moving on to the next question, that is Jack of Hearts. Now how many Jack of Hearts are there? In total we only have 1. So probability of getting Jack of Hearts is favorable outcome upon total outcome, that is 1 upon 52. Only one Jack of Heart is there. Moving on to the next question, that is a spade, right? Now how many spades are there in total? So as we know, there is one spade in each suit, right? So in total we have 13 spade cards in total. So probability of getting a spade, now I am not writing the formula, you may go through the formula then write the answers. So how many spades are there? 13 out of total 52. So if you want to cancel it out, 13 4s are 52 is the answer. So 1 by 4 will be the answer of a spade. Moving on to the last question, that is the Queen of Diamonds. How many Queen of Diamonds are there? First of all, total how many queen are the cards are there? So 4. Out of that 4, one will be of spade, one will be of club, one will be of diamond, and one of heart. So Queen of Diamond in total we have only 1. So probability of getting Queen of Diamonds is, again I am not writing the formula, we have 1 Queen of Diamond card upon total 52. So that is all about question number 14. Moving on to question number 15. 5 cards are there. They have shown specific 5 cards. So total outcome is 5. Which cards are there? They have also cards are given 10, Jack, Queen, King and Ace of Diamonds. They are well shuffled with their face downward. One card is then picked up at random. So in total outcomes are 5. Now one card is picked at random. What is the probability that the card is the Queen? So total Queen card is only 1. So probability of getting a Queen card, write the formula if you wish, 1 out of 5. If the Queen is drawn and put aside, now the Queen card is put aside. Okay, so in total how many total cards remaining? Without Queen, how many cards are there? Only 4, that is 10, Jack, King and Ace of Diamond. Clear? Now from that 4, what is the probability that the second card picked up is an ace? So now we have to find out probability of getting an ace card. So how many ace cards are there? In total we have only 1 ace card, and out of how many total outcomes are there? Only 4. So the probability is 1 by 4. And again one last question is there. What is the probability of the card be a Queen card? Now we don't have any Queen cards, so it is 0 upon 4. Ultimately it is 0 only. There are 12 defective pens that are mixed with 132 good ones. It is not possible to just look at the pen and tell whether it is not defective, but one pen is taken out random from this lot. Determine the probability that that is a good one. So there are two type of pen. First is defective pens, and other are, what is the name given, specifically good pens, right? So we are writing defective pens and good pens. There are total 12 defective pens and they are mixed with 132 good. What is the total number of pen? So that will be the total of these two. So that will be 144 pens. Clear? The probability of getting a good pen. Let us write the formula again, as we have more space and the question is very small. Favorable outcome upon total outcomes. That certainly means good number of pens upon total number of pens. So how many good pens are there? 132 out of 144. So this is the answer. If you want to cancel it out, so that is 11 upon 12. Clear? Now let us go to a very interesting question, that is 17. A lot of 20 bulbs contain 4 defective ones. Now this is very important. 20 and 4 are not different actually. We have to find out that how many good non-defective bulbs are also there. Here total bulbs, that is 20. In that defective bulbs are 4. So non-defective, it will be 20 minus 4, 16. I am writing this even if it is not in use. Still you have to know that 16 non-defective and 4 defective bulbs are there. Now one bulb is drawn at the random. What is the probability that the bulb is defective? So probability of getting a defective bulb, that is number of favorable outcome upon total number of outcomes. That certainly means number of defective bulbs upon total number of bulbs. So defective bulbs are how many? 4 upon how much is the total? Upon 20. Now if you want to reduce this, you can cancel it by the table of 4. It is 1 by 5. Moving on to the interesting part. Now bulb drawn out is non-defective, so and not replaced as well. Clear? So now we have to find out the probability that this bulb is non-defective. If the bulb is not replaced, total bulbs is 20 minus 1, that is 19. Out of that, defective remains 4 and non-defective, this is very important, and non-defective is 16 minus 1, that is 15. Clear? Because the bulb drawn out was non-defective, so now it is gone. So 16 minus 1, 15. So probability of getting a non-defective bulb will be 15 upon 19. Why 19? Because the bulb drawn out is not replaced. So total bulbs now it is 19 only. So it is 15 upon 19. Now moving on to the next question. It is example number 18. A box contains 90 discs which are numbered from 1 to 90. So total discs are 90. They are numbered from 1 to 3 till 90. Clear? So we have our total number of outcomes, 90. If one disc is drawn at random, find the probability that it bears a 2-digit number. So first question, how many 2-digit numbers are there? First of all, 2-digit numbers. The numbers 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and from 10 they are all 2-digit up to 90. So can we say that only single digit numbers are in total 9? So remaining will be 90 minus 9, that is 81. Right? Total 2-digit number will be 90 minus 9 1-digit numbers. Clear? So total 2-digit numbers are 81. So we are finding its probability. So probability of 2-digit numbers is You may write the formula. I'm writing the answer. Total number of two-digit number upon total number of outcomes, that is 81 upon 90. Now if you wish, you can cancel by the table of 9. It is 9 by 10. Clear? Moving on to the second part. Second part says that the probability of a perfect square number. So let us find out how many perfect square numbers are there. So perfect square numbers till from 1 to 90 we have to write. So they are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81. Remember what we did? 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 square, 7 square, 8 square, 9 square. If you do 10 square, it will be 100, but 100 won't come in our condition because it is greater than 90. Clear? So overall, how many numbers are there which are perfect square? 9 numbers we have in total. So probability of getting a perfect square number is number of perfect square numbers upon total numbers. So that is 1 upon 10. Clear? Now in this question only third part is a number which is divisible by 5. So let us find out numbers divisible by 5. So that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85 and 90. Clear? So how many numbers we got? In total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 numbers we got. Clear? 18 numbers we got. So let us find out the probability of a number divisible by 5 is total number, that is favorable event, that is 18 upon total number of outcomes, that is 90. So if you want, you can cancel it, that is 1 upon 5. So that's all about question number 18. Now in question number 19, a child has a die whose 6 faces show the letters as given below. So instead of numbers, this die contains letters. So total outcomes, that is given, that is A, B, C, D, E and A. So total 6 outcomes are there. Clear? Out of that, we have to find out the probability that if the die is thrown once, what is the probability of getting A? So total outcomes of A, that is how many times A is coming? 2 times. Total outcomes is 6. So probability of getting an A is favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. Clear? So favorable outcomes we have 2, total outcomes we have 6. Cancel it, it can become 1 by 3 as well. Now next we have probability of getting a D. Total outcome of D. How many D's are there? So we have only one D. So probability of getting that D is again favorable outcome upon total outcomes. Favorable outcome is 1, total outcome is 6. So this is the answer of question 19. Question number 20 is not for exam point of view, so I am skipping this question. So let us move to example number 21. So question number 21 says that a lot of 144 ball pens, of which 20 are defective. Total pens, that is total number of outcomes, is 144. Out of that, some are defective, How many are defective? 20 is given as defective and others are good. So let me write how many are good. That is 144 minus 20. So that is 124 pens are good. Clear? It is obvious that Nuri will buy a pen if it is good, will not buy if it is defective. So what is the probability that she will buy it and she will not buy it? Right? So ultimately what we are finding, probability of good pens. That is total number of favorable outcome, that is good pens upon total pens. Clear? So total number of good pen is 124 upon total pen is 144. Cancel it properly, you will get the answer 31 upon 36. Clear? Now the second case, what is the probability that she will not buy? Okay, that means she will not buy the defective pens. So ultimately we are finding probability of defective pens. So that is total defective pens upon total pens. Thus total defective pen is 20 and total pens is 144. This is the answer. You can also cancel it out and you may get the answer 5 by 36. So this is all about question number 21. Question 22 again we are skipping as it is related to example 13, right? And then based on that example 13 information that is in the textbook, we will be solving this, so that you can do it on your own. It is very easy, but just take care of all the possible outcomes which are given. Okay, based on that outcomes you have to solve the question. So now directly moving on, question number 23. The next question, that is question number 23. A game consists of tossing a 1 rupee coin 3 times and noting its outcome each time. Hanif wins if all the tosses give the same result, that is 3 heads or 3 tails, but loses otherwise. Calculate the probability that Hanif will lose the game. Right? So 1 rupee coin is tossed 3 times. So the most important part in this question is writing the outcomes. As for exam point of view, this is most MP question from this exercise, right? So let us find out what are the possible outcomes by using a very shortcut trick. First we will write the possible outcomes. Clear? Now first of all, write all the outcomes that are similar, that is head, 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 and tail, tail, and tail. Clear? Now what you do, write one tail in front, one tail in between, and one tail at the last, and put heads in between. Right? So what we did, we put tail on first position, then on second, then on third, and then filled out all the gap with heads. Same way do it for heads. So one head over here, one in between, and one on the last position. Whatever is remaining, you put tail, tail, and tails. Clear? So these all are the possible outcomes. So how many are there in total? In total they are 8. Clear? They are 8 in number. But out of that we can divide these 8 into 2 parts. First part is that all same. Clear? And then all not same, because our question is based on this. So all same we have 2 and all not same we have 6. So it is clearly given that Hanif will win if all the tosses gives the same result. That means here Hanif can win, lose the game. Clear? Now we have to find out the probability of Hanif that he is losing the game. So possible outcomes in which similar results are not coming. How many are there? Total 6. So probability of Hanif losing will be favorable outcomes upon total outcomes. Now carefully you see, his favorable outcome of losing is 6 and total outcomes as we know is 8. So this is our answer. You can cancel it to 3 upon 4. So probability of Hanif losing is 3 upon 4. Now the next question, that is question number 24, that is a die is thrown twice. What is the probability that 5 will not come up either time or 5 will come up at least once? Look very carefully at the all possible outcomes. So here we can see that total possible outcomes, they are 6 into 6, that is 36. Clear? Now we have to find out the number of events in which 5 will not come. 5 will not come either time. So if you see the outcomes carefully, there are total 25 favorable outcomes. So probability of not getting 5 either time, I am writing in detail so that you can get it carefully. Number of favorable outcomes 25, number of total outcome is 36. So 25 by 36. Now the second question is 5 will come up at least once. So events in which 5 comes at least once. In the previous part we saw that 5 will not come 25 times out of 36 times. So how many times it will come? 11 times, right? So 11 times 5 is coming either times. Okay, so probability of getting 5 either times means at least one times is total favorable upon total outcome. So it is 11 upon 36. Moving on to the last question. The last question, which of the following arguments are correct and which are not correct? If they are correct, you have to give reason. If they are not correct, you have to again give reasons. So the first question is, if two coins are tossed simultaneously, there are three possible outcomes. That is 2 heads, 2 tails or 1 of each. Therefore, each of these outcomes, the probability is 1 upon 3. Now this statement is first of all incorrect. Now I will tell you why this statement is incorrect. They have told that 3 outcomes are possible, but in total there are 4 real outcomes. Clear? Which 4? First head, head, tail, tail, then head, tail and tail, head. So there are 4 total outcomes. So for each, so probability of each outcome will be 1 upon 4. That is why this statement is incorrect. Now moving on to the second portion. Second portion says that if a die is thrown, there are 2 type of possible outcomes, an odd or an even. So for die we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Out of that 1, 3 and 5 are odd numbers and 2, 4, 6 are even numbers, right? So in total we can divide all the outcomes into two parts, that is odd and even. So probability of getting an odd number is 1 by 2. That is, this statement is very correct. Even if you see, either it will be odd or even, or if technically if you want, then probability of odd number, how many odd numbers? 3 upon 6, that is 1 by 2. Probability of even number is also 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. So this statement is correct. So finally we have completed chapter 15, all the questions except few that is not that is not meant for exam, and that was based on examples. Friends, in this chapter many examples are given, so I suggest you to solve this exercise, as well as even if you want to solve examples before you want to solve exercise, that is also correct. So if you are practicing all the examples and exercise questions perfectly, you will not face any kind of difficulty. That's all for today. Thank you.